Smurfs, 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 and Smurfs. 4 reasons, 4 types, 4 problems. Let's talk about it. So, before we get into the 4 types, 4 problems, 4 reasons, blah blah blah, we actually have to talk about the smurfing problem in Marvel Rivals, right? So, for anyone unfamiliar, a smurf is someone that goes onto an alternate account to play in a rank lower than theirs, right? So, a lot of people seem to think that, and usually around plat, if I'm gonna be honest, but also like it below, obviously, there seems to be a lot of smurfs in the game. And I'm saying seems to be, but if I'm gonna be honest, it's definitely a problem, because I would say around, like, from my experience, 1 to 10 around, in like plat and below, 1 to 10 games have a smurf in it, right? And you might be thinking, okay, well, if it's only 1 to 10, is it really rampantly a problem? Like, just go next and win the other 9. Well, like, realistically, it's not fair to say that you basically just either lose or get a free win every 10 games in plat and below, because someone's going to ruin the experience. So, in this video, we're going to explore the reasons people smurf and the types of smurfs, which also like ties to the reasons, and then the solutions slash, you know, how they could fix it for each one. But, you know, before we get into that, if you fuck with this video, if you fuck, you know, with the content, anything of the sort, you know, we're trying to hit 10K by the end of February. Low-key, it might be a crazy goal, but, you know, I'm finna lock in. We finna get it. Not I'm finna lock in. We finna lock in. Anyways, type shit. Let's get into it. So, in my opinion, there are 4 different types of smurfs, and each of these smurfs have, like, a different varying level of, like, severity, I guess you could say, or, like, how bad of a person you are for doing it. But, I think I have an interesting position because I've actually done all 4 types of these smurfings. But, you know, before I get hit with the Salem Witch Trials, you know, I'm gonna explain myself when we actually get to the types. So, going from worst type of smurfs to best, we have insecure with the rank smurfs, content creation smurfs, playing with friend smurfs, and practice smurfs. So, starting off with the least malicious, in my opinion, we have practice smurfs. Now, you might be asking, what are practice smurfs? I categorize practice smurfs as players in a high rank that want to practice a new character that's, you know, pretty different from what they usually play, and instead of doing it in ranked where, you know, they're gonna sell their rank, they make an old account to, you know, practice there. So when I say different, I mean, like, if you play Hela, you're not gonna go practice Punisher in bronze, or like Bucky. If you play Hawkeye, you're not gonna go practice Widow in bronze, you feel me? But, like, let's say you play Magic, but you want to go practice Groot, you know, and I don't know who's done that before, you go in gold, right? And the reason I think this is the least malicious is because it's like, you don't want to sell your rank, you feel me? Like, you're going to sell the teammates in your rank, and it's a character you don't really play, you feel me? It's a character, it's a play style you don't play, it's a character you don't play, and you're just going into ranked, trying out new things. Now, a common argument to this is, okay, well, why don't you just play quick play? Quick play is not adequate practice, bro. I could make a whole video on my thoughts about quick play, because I think it's actually the most useless thing ever. But you know what? That's not the point of this, you know, little thing. Quick play is not a good place, and unfortunately, as like, let's say I'm a GM player. Actually, I'm not. Let's not act hypothetical. I did this. So, as a GM Magic player, I decided I wanted to learn a tank. So I went to Groot, right? And obviously, even though I've literally never played Groot before this, and this was my first time playing Groot, on my bronze account, I still extremely stomped, right? So it wasn't really fair until I got to gold, and then I started losing matches, and that's when I started really learning Groot. Now, in my opinion, the only way this is valid is, number 1, you can never swap to your main, bro. If you're losing a game on your character you're practicing and you swap to your main, you're a loser. And number 2, this could easily be solved if there was placement matches. Like, you would still ruin 1 game technically, or 5 games at max, but like, if there were placement matches, then you could get into like gold or plat immediately, and then immediately start playing the character. So in my opinion, practice smurfs aren't all that bad, and, you know, sometimes you just gotta do it, bro. Game is game. So, this is where it kind of gets iffy. I'm not gonna lie, the only kind of valid smurfing is the first one, and the next one is playing with friends smurf. Now, it's not as bad as the other 2 we're gonna get into, but realistically, there's more options. Number 1, you can play, oh, actually first, let me just clarify what playing with friends smurfing is. It's pretty obvious. Your friends are in gold, you're GM, you make an alt account to play with your friends. It's pretty simple, right? Now, the reason this isn't a great solution is because, or not a great way of smurfing, is because quick play exists. I know I just said I hate quick play, and I still do, and I don't think quick play is fun at all. That's just me. But like, realistically, you don't have to go out of the way to ruin someone else's game just because you want to play with your friends. It's pretty selfish when you think about it. Like, for me personally, I played with my friends, right? And they're like, are we gonna play quick play or comp? And I'm all like, I can hop on my own, we can play comp. And like, on one hand, yes, I'm carrying my friends. On the other hand, I don't want to play quick play, bro. So for me personally, this definitely isn't a good method, and low-key I've stopped doing it. I'll just play quick plays, whatever. But it's like, realistically, there's not a lot of reason and a lot for you to do this, because quick play does exist. Once again, at least when I smurf though, playing with my friends, I don't play characters I usually play. I'll be on like Black Widow, and even though it's bronze, you know, I'll still maybe drop 30 on Black Widow, but like at least I'm not playing like magic, you feel me? So yeah, not a lot to say about this one. It's kind of selfish. That's basically what it boils down to. Now, the second to worst is the content creation smurfs. Now you might be wondering, I'm surprised you didn't put that as the best considering he's a content creator. Well, when I did my video of unranked to GM, it got like 4K views, and everyone else gets 100K, so you know, this is actually the worst. No, I'm kidding. But no, for real though, it's like not great. All the unranked to GMs, not only does it set like a bad precedent for like the community, because a lot of people will compare themselves to the unranked GMs, thinking, bro, why am I still gold when everyone else when you got diamond in a day? But it's just like, realistically, most of them are not educational. Like they'll say, oh, blah blah blah, educational, unranked GM, but realistically it's just them stomping. At least for my unranked GM, I didn't even do it well, I didn't call it unranked GM, that's probably why I got no views. But for at least my unranked GM, it was kind of combination of the practice and the content creation. That was my first time ever playing Magic, because I used to be a Namor main. Fuck Namor, by the way, now. But I wanted to try out Namor. I wanted to try out Magic, I mean. So I said I might as well make content out of it. And at least for me, I didn't fucking paint that shit as educational. I painted it as entertainment, because I know it wasn't really educational like that. Now, it definitely has some educational value, and yes, I am yapping, but it's just like, realistically, if these videos didn't get crazy views, content creators wouldn't do it. So it's for personal gain, you feel me? Not most of them are educational. I keep saying educational because that's what all the streamers will tell you. The content creators will say, oh, but it's educational though. But like, you can make it on your own rank, you feel me? Like, yes, it could be educational, but it could also be educational on the own rank, you feel me? That's basically what I gotta say about this type of smurfing. You know, it's definitely bad, but there can be worse, aka the next type. Now, the next type of smurfing is definitely the worst, and it's insecure with your rank. Basically, these smurfs, they're not making content, they're not playing with friends, and they're not trying to practice a new character. They just can't win in their own rank, and they're hard stuck, so they go down and smurf on lower opponents to, you know, try to feel something. Now, if you remember from the intro of the video, I said that I've done all 4 of these types. Right? So before I get hit with the Salem Witch Trials of Doom, like I said, also in the intro, bro, it was a dark time. I went from my GM2 rank up all the way down to GM3. Deadass finna be diamond, right? So I was in a really dark time. My headspace was not right. And I was like, bro, fuck this game. Fuck Bucky specifically. And I said, let me go on my alt that was currently gold. And let's just say I dropped like 60. And, you know, definitely I wouldn't recommend doing this, because not only are you ruining experience for others, but like, what are you gaining? You're not gaining anything. You're just beating bad players, right? But then eventually, this is kind of unrelated to like these type of smurfs, but basically after doing that, I started playing Spider-Man on that account, and it was gold, and I actually brought it all the way up to GM using Spider-Man only. So I would call that practice type of smurfing, but like, that's not really related. I just wanted to say that, you know, Spider-Man only to GM, I hit that. But basically, what I'm saying is that this last type of smurfing, I'm not gonna lie, like, if I'm just gonna be honest, there's no other way to put it except for they're a loser, bro. Like, you can't win in your own rank, so you decided to go into lower ranks and ruin the experience for others. Now, there's not much else to say about smurfing, but if you like money, you should stay around. So basically, I want to grow my Marvel Rivals community. I mean, my Marvel Rivals community is already growing, but I want to have like more community type shit. So on this Friday or Saturday, what day would that be? Like February 15th or 14th? I basically want to hold a 6v6 customs, right? And you're saying, okay, well, where's the money involved? Well, the winning team will be getting all the money I made streaming. Now you might be saying, ooh, I wonder how much that is. It's $50, but it's not that much. But you might also be asking, how are you gonna split $50 between 6 players? Well, one of the players is going to be one of my IRLs or like one of my close friends, and they're gonna be a team captain, and so they're not gonna get any money, bro. But like F them, right? You feel me? So $10 per person if you win. There's gonna be more information on my Discord eventually. I don't know. I might make a post like tomorrow about it. I'm gonna say this at the end of all my videos, but basically, yeah, I just want to let anybody know that watch this far, because if you watch this far, you probably fuck with me. So you probably might want to be in this event. Join on my Discord for more info when I post it, and type shit. I hope you enjoyed the video. Would you stick around for the customs? Type shit. Peace, and I ain't got else to say. Sub up.